My name is Janine Lim, and I want to share with you how I am using Google Scholar and the Andrews Library together to make sure that I get the best peer-reviewed sources. The original audience for this video is my social media class graduate students. I know each of you are working on your final paper, and I want to make sure that you are getting good peer-reviewed resources, and this will help you with the discussion forums as well. So I think all of us find Google more friendly than library databases, and I am in that boat as well. But I want to show you how you can use Google Scholar and the library together to make sure you get the best possible options for your sources. So let's just go to Google Scholar, and I'm just going to put in social media, Twitter, to see what kind of articles I might find about Twitter. And I want to point out a few things to you. One is, notice this first article here does not have an option to download it, whereas this one does, this one does. Some of these are peer-reviewed, some of them are not. Look at this one here has a PDF, this one does as well. Here's another one that doesn't. I don't want you to pick articles that only have PDFs here. That's being lazy, and you're letting the internet choose only free resources as your peer-reviewed journals, and you're missing all the ones that Andrews is paying for you as a student to have access to. So you definitely want to be using those as well. So let's come down here and use this article as an example. The other thing I want you to notice when you're in Google Scholar is if you're on campus and you click this and the library has access, often it will work. But if you are not on campus, or you're online, or you're at home like I am right now, you might not be able to get access to it through Google Scholar. So then you have to go to the database, and that's the method I'm going to show you. But I want to show you this nice little option here. I don't know if you ever have paid attention to this, but there's a Cite button. If you click Cite, it brings it up in MLA format, APA in Chicago. And you know, sometimes it may not be quite right. This one looks pretty good, but I've seen them before where they're missing pieces of the reference and it's not there. If you're using a reference management tool like EndNote, which I always use, you can just click that and it will show up down at the bottom right in the part of my screen that you can't see. Let me drag it down. I use this all the time. And if you double click it, it will open up an EndNote if you have EndNote installed on your computer. This is an option. You can use the library without using EndNote, but if you're doing any papers, I highly recommend getting this. EndNote also is paid for by Andrews for you as a student. So this article just came right straight into my EndNote, and there's the reference and everything perfectly. The only thing I need to get is the PDF if I want to have my complete EndNote references. I'm working on a procrastination paper right now, and you can see my collection of references, and look how the attachments are all in here. I'm always trying to find the full text. So don't go, like I said, I'm going to keep emphasizing this, do not use just articles that you can find free on the internet. Alright, so once you find that source, and it is one like this one, social interaction via new social media from 2011, then you might want to get more information about it, and probably it's going to say that this journal is not available, so you have to purchase it. So now you want to say, okay, I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to get it. This is a method that I use all the time. Alright, when you go to the library webpage, if you wait too long, it goes to that little quote. But you can click this right here, Articles and Databases. And I use these two options quite a bit, Periodicals A to Z, and also Request Articles or Interlibrary Loan. So even if the library doesn't have it, you can request it and get the PDF that way. So let's just see. I didn't test this one, so let's find out if the library has this journal. Journal of Business Venturing. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to type in Journal of Business Venturing. And let's see what comes up. Okay, here's two options, and it looks like now I need to pay attention to the date. So notice right here it says from 2014, And here it says from 1995. And this article is from 2011. So I need to make sure I pick the one that's going to include 2011. So I go here to the database Andrews has. If you're off campus, it will have you log in, like I'm doing right here. If you're on campus, it'll just go to it. And then here's the journal. Now I need to actually find the article. So let me go back over here. And this is from volume 26, issue 1. So let's see, if I scroll down, I can find volume 26, issue 1. Here it is. And loading. Here it is. Social interaction via new social media. How can interactions on Twitter affect effectual thinking and behavior? So I could use the export option here to get the information back to EndNote, but I tend to get it from Google Scholar while I'm there. But here is my PDF. So I'm going to click PDF. And there is the full text article. Now I always take this a step further and put it back into my, let's just save this on my desktop here. I put it into EndNote, so I'm going to show you that step as well. Whether or not you use EndNote is definitely your choice, but I highly recommend it. It will help you keep your life straight as you continue on in your academic career. Okay, so here's my reference. It looks like actually I picked the wrong one, but okay, let's say these actually match. If I click the little paper clip, I can go to the desktop and find where did that PDF go. I have a folder I usually keep all of these in, and there is my PDF and my reference. EndNote is really great for writing your articles as well because you can just insert it in Word. Let me show that to you since maybe you haven't seen that. I'm going to sell you on EndNote if I haven't yet. Let's just make a blank document. So let's say I am writing along, la 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 la, I'm saying some amazing things, and I want to include this citation. I need to have it actually selected, highlighted here. And then when I'm in Word, I can say, oh, I want to quote this guy, Brian Smith. And it puts the source at the end. Let me just make this a little bigger so you can see it. See how the source showed up at the right where I was writing? And I could end it and continue on my amazing sentence. And then if you have references, push down toward the end of your paper, those are showing up there as well. You can right-click on this and change the citation to different formats. So let's say you're starting your sentence with the name of the person and the year. You can show it that way as well. All managed by EndNote. So this is a little sales pitch for EndNote, but it's also a little sales pitch for use the library. Go to Google Scholar. I love Google Scholar, I'm sure, as much as you do, because it's just easier than trying to figure out what database to start in. But don't skip these articles that don't have a PDF showing right here. The communication review, there's another one. Then all you do, again, let me just sum up for you. You're going to go to the library, go to articles and databases, and it's this one right here, periodicals A to Z. And you can look it up. And if it's not in the library, then you come here to request articles and fill out the interlibrary loan form. And usually within 2 or 3 days, the PDF gets emailed to you. So it's a beautiful service. So again, I strongly urge you to make sure you are using the library. You can start with Google Scholar if you want, but go get the PDF so you get the full version. Thank you for listening.